the salon and feel other people's hair. It was so incredibly embarrassing. The day of the appointment goes by, she never responds to me, and I left crying. So essentially she was just frying my hair. I am done.
Why don't you stay? I know it's late, but I'm feeling great, and you feel the same. So why don't you stay? I need you to stay.
Hey y'all, it's Angie Rush here, or Angel, whatever works best for you. The hair is here wet today. The water beads, the beads of water on top of my head. I just washed my hair, and as you can see by the title, we are gonna trim the hair while we talk about the natural hair experience, you know, in my horror stories and why we're here. I finally invested in some shears. I'm using these Style Express Japanese stainless steel shears. They're super cute. This color is really cute. Also, I was thinking, everyone always calls this color green, like this mint color, and I feel like my colors are messed up. Every time I think something's blue, someone thinks it's green. But we got some shears finally, so we're not chewing at our hair. If you're trimming your hair, you're supposed to use shears because regular scissors can mess up your hair. Right, so I'm going to be using this mane and tail. I feel like I haven't heard about this in a while. I don't hear people talk about this. There was a time where this was like real viral. Yeah, I washed my hair and I'm due for a trim. I do quarterly trims. Once the detangling process gets hard, that's how you know it's time to trim. But I trim my hair every 12 weeks. Just a little cute trim. I know people are like, don't trim your hair too much, No, trim your damn hair, because if you don't trim your hair, the split ends are just going to travel up to your hair shaft, and it's just, you're gonna have to let go of that dead hair eventually. I got this attachment from Sally's. I hate it. I don't like this attachment by Ion. I kind of wish I had like a brush dryer, but this one just hurts my hand, and it doesn't, sometimes like when I'm really getting through hair, this will pop off, and the silicone just doesn't attach very well onto my hair dryer. And I use the Conair Infinity Pro. Okay, we are blown out. Sorry if I'm not looking at you, I'm just trying to get my hair right. But I wanted to talk about why I've like fully moved on to doing my own hair, touching my own hair. Literally, they say not to trim your own hair, but I've given up. I really have. Just don't let anybody's little fingers in your hair. To me, it just comes from like a spiritual place. Don't let everybody's hands and energy in your hair. Make sure you're going to someone with like good intentions. Easier said than done, because like a lot of the times these are strangers, right? I feel like our hair is it's just like something we should be protecting. I have been trying to practice what I preach. Anyway, I've had some horror stories. Why you should trim more is not only is it gonna like give your hair like an even, healthy thing, but it also just makes detangling way easier. Right here. Oh, it feels good. I had a hairstylist who I really enjoyed. She was really nice, but I stopped going to her because she didn't know how to trim my hair in its natural state. Like, it had to be blown out and straightened. And I don't like to put a lot of heat in my hair, and I just wasn't really cool with that. I also, for some reason, started to feel bad that like I would only book her to do a wash and a trim. I felt like I was wasting her time. This could just be me in my head, because I'm always in my head, team anxiety, but I really didn't feel like she enjoyed doing my hair. So that's why I started looking for more people. I also was really looking for someone who could trim my hair in its natural state. But also, what's one thing about like me doing my own trims is like I am not scissor happy. So I won't trim a bunch of my hair, but I probably should. Like I probably should trim more than what I just trimmed, but I can't do it, guys. I'm too much of a baby. I stopped going to her, and then I went to one hairstylist when I went to Atlanta, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go somewhere for my natural hair. Atlanta's probably a good place. A lot of the places in Atlanta, which I struggled with finding a person, was you need to book like a consultation type of appointment first. And I was like, why can't I just walk in and get my trim, you know? I just didn't have time for all that. So I booked an appointment with this one girl. She was a natural hair stylist, and by natural hair means she only uses natural products. I have a weird thing. Back then I was like, okay, this could work. Natural is good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's always the way. Long story short, she did like a press and a trim on me trim was terrible, but she basically, her heat protectant was shea butter. So essentially was just frying my hair. And I didn't say anything, but I was cringing. Another hairstylist in Akron where I went to school, and again, same thing, like she did my hair, but she had to like straighten it, and I get it. Like you can see everything better. Like look at me right here, I'm struggling. Like I just didn't know if it was like that necessary. Fast forward, I came back home because I finished school and I was like, I'm gonna be trying to find a stylist. It's very hard to find a stylist down here. I went to this one girl who I went to a long time ago who cut my hair. And I kind of liked how I felt when I left that salon, which is why I went. She made me feel very beautiful. She hyped me up with my hair. And I was like, let me go try this girl again. It was in a salon. Salons are a little iffy because they overcharge, and I feel like they're always like trying to upsell you and sell you products, and that's like the one thing that's really I don't like about salons. But I was like, let me give it a try. I booked an appointment with this girl, and she was oh my gosh. And I was like, I just want to trim, da 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 da. And she was like, your hair is so, I stopped putting oils and like raw butters in my hair. I've noticed a better difference for me. If you do that, you do you. But for me personally, it has helped a lot with my hair and me managing my hair and all that. I don't like telling stylists typically because they just make me feel crazy. So she was like, your hair is so dry, this and blah blah blah. And I did not feel like my hair was dry. Like this hairstylist that I found on Twitter, her name is,
I'll put it on the screen, but she was like, your hair is not dry. Like a lot of these stylists use like these to like upsell you, and she's like, your hair is not dry, it just feels like hair, like without oil. And she's like, we're so used to our hair with oils that like we think our hair is dry without it, when it's not. And oils typically, like oil and water doesn't mix, so oil repels water, and water is the only thing that can moisturize our hair, yada yada. Guys, I could go on a whole rant about this.
My hairstylist was kind of shaming me, and she's like, what do you put in your hair? You need to put oils in your hair. And I was just like, okay, anyway. And she was like, I refuse to do the trim unless we do some type of treatment in your hair. And I was like, actually, you know, I'm down. Like, we can do a treatment, whatever. And she was like, your hair is so dry, like, I'll have to cut your hair from to here. And I was like, that is dramatic. Like, we don't do, I know my hair is not, like, unhealthy, you know? So we do the treatment, and she just was like, I'm gonna do treatment today. I'm not gonna trim your hair, whatever. And I was kind of like, this is all I came for, but whatever. She's like, next time you come back, we will do a trim. And I was like, okay. Did the treatment, whatever. I like gave in, okay? I go back again after, and I was like, let me try this again. And I told myself before I went in, I'm like, you were not getting any treatment. You came in for a trim, you're leaving with a trim. So I went in and I was like, yeah, I want to get a trim. And she was like, she talked about this treatment again. And I was like, I don't want a treatment, I just want the trim. Like we already talked about that. Like I did that last time. And I didn't notice a difference because she was like, you're gonna feel the difference in the next couple days. I didn't feel a difference. And she was like, if you're not gonna do the treatment, I'm not gonna trim your hair. I was like, okay, that's fine, we don't have to trim my hair. What am I gonna do? Come here every 3 seconds and get a treatment? No. And I was like, okay, like we don't have to do the trim then. If you can't do it, that's fine. She made me go around the salon and feel other people's hair. It was so incredibly embarrassing. I went to go feel the one girl's hair, and she was like, you make sure you wash your hands. And I was like, I said no at first, and she just kept telling me like, go feel, you need to feel the difference. First of all these people have different textures than my hair. And it was just embarrassing and humiliating, quite frankly. So like after that, I was like, listen, if you can't do my hair, it's fine. If you don't have to do the trim, I'll just go home. And she was like pushing me to buy this product, and I bought it to be left alone. Guys, I'm so bad at these things. And I just promised myself, she's like, next time you come, we'll do the trim. She's like, use this product for a couple days and then a couple weeks, and then come back and your hair should be good. The product sucked, honestly. Yeah, I just kind of feel like salons are kind of gimmicky or try to scam me to pay their rent. And I left crying. I felt so ugly. I felt like literally terrible. Like it was a terrible experience. I felt humiliated. I felt ugly. And from then on, I literally bought shears. And I was like, okay, I'm my own hairstylist. I'm just gonna do my own trims because I can't be waiting for all these people anymore. It's stressing me out. And then my boyfriend has like a cousin who's a hairstylist. She's looking for clients. And he's like, I know you're in the need for a hairstylist. Do you want to get in contact with her? And I'm like, yes, I want to get in contact with her. Hello. And I literally went and returned the shears that I bought. And I get in contact with her. And she's like, and I'm like, are you able to trim my hair in like its natural state? And she was like, absolutely. And I am hyped. I'm on cloud 9. I'm like, okay. We book an appointment for like my next go for trims. I'm excited. I'm like, my hair's in natural shape. I washed it 2 days before my appointment. I messaged her and I was like, hey, are you still good for this appointment coming up? Da, 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 da. She never responded to me. The day of the appointment goes by, she never responds to me. So I'm just like, okay, the appointment's canceled. And I was like, I am done. Like I can't be waiting on people anymore. I can't be looking for people. I need a trim. I'm just gonna do my own trims. And here we are. But the natural hair experience is exhausting. I think we all can agree and admit, and we all know how exhausting it is, but truly it is. And I'm sick of it. And that's why we are here, trimming our own hair. And I would like to like rephrase that. The experience is exhausting, but it's not because of our hair. It's just because of the way others and everything else is. The way people view our hair, the way society views our hair, all of that is what makes the natural hair experience exhausting for me personally. I don't think the natural hair process, washing my hair, getting it done, all that is exhausting. I personally like it. Like, it just feels so feminine to me. And I'm in my feminine era. I used to, but my natural hair journey has evolved and changed. And I love everything about my hair. And I love that I've gotten here to love and enjoy my natural hair. And honestly, I have to thank like that woman on Twitter. She really changed my perspective, and she really taught me that like natural hair is not hard, and it doesn't need to be hard, and others say it's hard when it's really not, and we say it's hard when it's really not. Like, I need us to get that out of our vocabulary. Natural hair is not hard. Sure, it can be a little tedious sometimes. Since I started washing my hair every 7 to 10 days, since I've been like keeping up with my trims, my natural hair experience has been not hard at all. All right, the hair is done. I got this sample, it's a pretty big sample, of the Paul Mitchell Silky Smooth Super Skinny Serum. This thing is the best, honestly. Like, I recommend you put it on after you've just washed your hair. It's like the softest my hair has literally ever felt in my life. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video again. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. If you want any more natural hair videos, let me know. I love talking about hair and skincare. And now it's gonna be nails, because I like find new things to obsess over, okay? My hair, I obsessed over it until I got like all the information I need. Next was my skin. I obsessed over it until I got all the information I need to get the results I want. My nails are next. We're growing out the nails, y'all. But yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. I love you guys. Mwah, and thank you so much for watching. Remember to be humble, okay? And always remember, self-love is the best love. And it's not goodbye. It's see you tomorrow in a short. Bye, guys. Mwah. Bye. And I just realized this whole time I was looking at this viewfinder, how annoying. I'm sorry. See you guys. Bye.
Still getting closer to my dreams. Look, excuse me as I take a step closer to my dreams.